what's up? So, oh man, I really hope this stays on there. This video is going to make a whole lot more sense if you watch the video previous to this one. I really hope this camera doesn't fall because it is placed very precariously on top of a microphone. And I'll show you after this what I'm talking about. But, yeah, so it's kind of important if you watch the last video to this one, the one previously. No, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing important. Okay, you can't see my computer screen. Yeah, so basically in this video, I'm kind of just scribbling out my thoughts. The goal going into this is to kind of create something to do with like a life plan or like a schedule. Man, you're gonna be shaking really bad during this whole thing. I wonder if I could fix that in some sort of, maybe if I like right on top of something. Well, the book. And it's not too bad. You get to put up with it. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, life plans, has schedule / something or other. I really don't know. This whole kind of thing is about taking action on something and not just thinking about doing it. It's currently 2:28 a.m. and I want to go to bed so bad. But I've been talking about doing this for quite a while. Oh, I gotta look up here and see how bad this shakes when I like. You know what? It's whatever. You gotta deal with it. Sorry. What was I even talking about? Yeah, so watch the video previous to this one, and it'll make way more sense. But basically, it's about taking action, not just thinking about it. Because that's all I ever do is just think about stuff. I never actually do the stuff I want to be doing. So, let's try this. Let's try buffering the shaking so much if I like rest my hand on here or something. Just a little better. I don't know, man. Try my best here. So, I got life plan / schedule / idea board. Excuse my poor handwriting. I'm kind of doing this fast. So I don't exactly know what this even is supposed to be. Let's see. My goal originally, it's not even close to an A. Okay. Goal originally was to I'm sorry, this is going to be really long, just because, yeah. Goal originally was to write down steps for success, whatever success means. Well, so that was kind of the original goal of me sitting down to do this. What does success mean? Or like, this is why I don't do this, is because it's hard to even figure out where you even want to go or like pursue or like what to even write about. So, we'll write down steps for success. Let's go big issue and where I'm at now, and then we'll kind of draw a line between the two. I'm gonna call this peak performance up here. So peak performance, and then all the way down here, we're at current state. Shit. Also, my handwriting has gotten so bad from working at my job because I'm constantly writing shit and like signing stuff, and so like, I mean, my signature now is literally just this. But yeah. Anyways, sorry, just kind of justifying the bad handwriting. So we have peak performance, and then the current state we're at here. So we need to figure out how to get from here up to there. So I guess we can kind of break this down. Let's kind of break this down into like, oh, well, there goes my buffer for shaking, whatever. Let's break this down into like maybe 5 different sections or so. And we can just kind of highlight what places we need to try and fix here. This is just 5. There's, probably like 20 or 30 that I need to fix. Let's see. Sleep is a huge one, as you can probably tell. 232 right now. So sleep's a problem. We have diet, exercise. We're gonna put phone addiction. That's a big one for me. I do a lot of pointless scrolling online. It's so bad. So yeah, sleep, diet, exercise, phone addiction, and then just one other thing that we have. It's hard to think of things even though there's like a lot. Just kind of like an overall lack of consistency. Well, yeah, we'll just put consistency. I don't know how to spell consistency. Consistency. That might be right. I don't know. So, what is the exact problem? I know this sucks. I'm sorry. This is just all on the fly. I'd take my time and make it look all pretty and whatnot, but let's see. Let's do this right now. Let's kind of put this and then we'll go. Hold on. Got an idea. Okay, so we got solution, or what needs to be done. And then the problem. This is so messy. Like, I never even write stuff like this. Like, it's usually pretty. Hold on. I'll see if I can even show you guys some of this other stuff. Okay, yeah, we can look at this just for a brief second. So this is like some exercise thing I did once called 10 True Things. So like it's just to like be positive about yourself and like, oh yeah, I can actually do shit. Anyways, it's like more organized. That was my whole point. Back to whatever this is. So problem is, I guess that could have been over there, but whatever. This is the more in-depth on this side, and that's fine because I understand it, and that's all that matters. So the problem, sleep problem. We are going to bed way too late. Way too late. We probably average like 5 to 6 hours a night. All right. Do we do? Is there ink on my knuckle? Because it's all smudged. I don't know. So, do we do solution next or come back to it? We're going to go back to it because I feel like doing this more. So, diet. Eat out too much. Don't cook often. not eating enough. Alright, and then exercise, I've kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and that makes me sad, because I used to identify this as a pretty decent part of myself, but kind of stopped going. I say that, but yesterday went snowboarding, today hooped for like 3 hours. But exercise, stopped going. No records. So basically what no records means is I used to be very, very anal about watching my schedule. Every single day I would open up Evernote, and I had little check boxes next to all the different things that I wanted to do. So one day I got switched around a couple times, but I think the last one that I ended on was push, pull, legs, upper, lower. Pretty sure that was kind of how it went. And then it got really funky where I just started doing kind of like whatever I wanted to. Like, not whatever I wanted to, but it was like a weird mix of like buys and tries on one day with like one thing of abs thrown in, and then the next day was like back, and I don't even know. But it got weird towards the end. But I would record everything. I would do the exact amount of sets that I wanted to do and what weight I was at. It was all recorded. So I had this in here. In fact, I don't even remember the quote, but what's tracked? I don't even know what the fuck I'm writing. I tried to remember some quote. It was something about like what's tracked or what's recorded like is something that can be consistently followed. It's like you get a feedback loop. So basically, if you know where you're at, if you're stuck at 140 for this one certain weight, you're really gonna obsess over getting to 145, 150. Depending on what exercise it is. Instead of like pulling up every time. Oh, what was that again? It's probably like, I don't know, 110 feels pretty good, and then you're not going to push yourself. So yeah, stop going, no records, big problem. Stopped even showing up. That's part of this. Okay, down to phone addiction. It's so bad. On phone at work. Come home. On phone. Took restrictions off. Yeah, so basically I used to be really on top of this guy too, like extremely on top of it. I had a bunch of like timer things where I could only spend 5, 10, 15 minutes a day, whatever it was, on Instagram, and then I would be done for the entire day. I think my fatal flaw was having an unlock code for it, which I knew and didn't pass it off or something, because then at a certain point it's just like, oh yeah, I really want to check this, and then I would unlock it, and then the next day something happened. It's like, okay, yeah, no, I could unlock it. And then it just kept going and going and going. And eventually it just came off. It just took the whole thing off. But I used to go really, really deep into it. So there was the locks. I did color inversion, so everything on my phone was black and white. And then I also did... I kind of want to move that because I was creating some light. Come on. There we go. Thank you, computer. Yeah, I was doing color inversion to make the phone less interesting. And... what was the last thing? Oh yeah, and then I categorized specific apps into specific modes. It's a thing you can do with iPhone where you can switch into workout mode, or switch out into, I had a bunch of different ones. There's business, there's personal, there was gym, and there was entertainment. And now what's been going on for the past like 3 years or something ridiculous is I've just been stuck in entertainment this whole time. And then I just look up the other apps instead of just staying in personal and then going entertainment when I want entertainment. But yeah, you can set up different modes on this. Kind of cool. You should definitely do it, or try the coloring for sure. I don't know, something. But yeah, I'm on my phone all the time when I don't really need to be, for no specific reason. Come home on phone, took restrictions off, no specific reason. And then, how much time are we looking at here? Okay, this thing's been going for, I think, 15 minutes. Just making sure I haven't, like, ran out of storage or something. Oh, I need to pay my car bill. I just remembered that. Awesome. Sorry, I was looking at the date on my... Yeah, no specific reason to pull up my phone. It was just, like, whenever it felt like it, instead of, like, having something specific to pull it out for. And then consistency is not tracking progress. All right, solutions. These are just the top 5 things that really need to be fixed. I would like to meditate again. I want to pray way more than I have been. I want to read again, because I haven't been reading all that much. I want to be digesting and learning content, but I think these are kind of the main things that are like really big problems. You really need to sleep, you really need to eat healthy, and you really need to exercise. This one, I think, is also as important as these 3. It's not quite in the same like Maslow's hierarchy of needs category, you know, where you need like food, shelter. What's the 3rd one? I feel like there's something else at the very bottom. Food and shelter and some other thing. But yeah, these are very important. This is also very important, just for a different reason. It's not so much your, like, this right here controls your body and your ability to live. This right here controls your mind. Like, you really need to get this one down if you can. I really need to get this one down. And then consistency is making sure that all these things actually happen, working towards it. But solution to being sleep deprived, I need to just set a bedtime. I don't have a specific bedtime because things always change and I have events that last longer than, you know, whatever time I want to go to bed. But I think as a general rule of thumb, I should have a bedtime. And if it goes past that, you know, whatever, write it off as a, hey, okay, this is fine. It's, you know, things happen this one night, but your bedtime is still midnight or, you know, whatever it is. And I think midnight's pretty good because I work at 9, and so, I mean, realistically, I could still get up at 7 and be completely fine. I could probably even get up at 6 when my body can handle it, but probably not the best. But, you know, still get up at 8, and then if I decide in the future that I want to do something better than that, then I can move to 7. But I think midnight's a pretty good rule of thumb. And we'll set reminders for it in the calendar. 12 a.m. bedtime. And then set reminder. I'll also include, I don't even know if you can see this, hopefully, alarming. Close enough to a Y. I don't know. You should definitely try Alarmy if you have problems waking up. I have terrible problems waking up. I think this app genuinely changed my life because it is so annoying. And like, I know there's nobody on this channel at all, but not sponsored. It's genuinely just like a really good app. Basically, the premise for it is you cannot, like, and there's a bunch of different tasks, but there's one specific one which works really well. at least for me. But you have to complete a task before the alarm turns off. So maybe that's math, maybe that's, doing some jumping jacks or something. But something that works really well for me is this QR code thing. So I have a bottle of Dawn dish soap in the kitchen, which is far enough away from my bed, and I'll put a water bottle next to it. So when I wake up to this blaring, awful, annoying alarm, only way that it will turn off is if I walk all the way to the kitchen, scan this QR code. By the time I'm over there, I'm like, well, I'm already up. Might as well chug some of this water. Drink some of the water, starts waking you up. And then you're good to go. And then, like, at that point, it's like, okay, I've already been, like, standing for, like, a minute and a half. You might as well just start my day. But, yeah, Alarmy also does this thing where it sends you a reminder to go to bed. So 12 a.m. bedtime or midnight bedtime, and then I need to set reminders in my calendar. I'm going to set it up so that, because Alarmy, you can't change it. I think it just tells you like 30 minutes before your bedtime that you're supposed to go to bed soon. My calendar, I don't know if I want to set it for before or after that, because I want it to alarm me like twice. I think I'm going to shoot for like 11:45. So alarming me will hit me at 11:30 and then 11:45. Calendar's gonna be like, hey fucker, it's like really, really time now. Get ready for bed. Moving on. Diet. I don't even know where to begin with this one. Because I hate, like, the biggest thing, the most annoying thing is how much time it takes to cook food. I kind of got around this for a little while, and I was doing like baking like a whole like almost a week's worth of chicken at a time, and then I got tired of chicken, so I stopped doing it. So I'd spend one day where it took like an hour to cut up all this chicken and put it into a tray and just cook it all in the oven at the same time. Then chicken got boring, so kind of went off that. But I think I just need a repeatable grocery list. It's basically just like stuff I can order every single time and not worry about it, because I already know how to make all the recipes and they're like fairly simple. Like, I mean, like, I know this is gonna sound so fucking lazy, but like even pasta, you gotta wait like, and monitor this fucking pasta for, a good 10, 12 minutes or some shit like that. And I again, it sounds extremely lazy. But like, this isn't to sound like arrogant or anything, and I don't make that much, but like when I can just order food and it just kind of shows up and I don't have to do anything at all, even though it takes like 3 times the amount of time, I don't have to put any effort in, that makes like Uber Eats very, very lucrative. And it's expensive and it drains my wallet quite a bit, but that's something I go for a lot. But repeatable grocery list, so this will actually have to be a different time. This is my thing for tonight, is writing out whatever this is, but I'll actually have to take time to write out a repeatable grocery list of stuff I like and stuff that is pretty easy and I've done before and I can follow pretty decently, and we will set a task for that tomorrow at some point. I'm gonna set it for like oh guys, 2:48 or 51. I'm so tired, dude. Repeatable grocery list. We'll make a list for that tomorrow at some point. We'll shoot for like after work. We'll go like 8 o'clock. So I don't know if I want to meal prep or not yet, but we'll get it started at some point. So 8 p.m. tomorrow. Make a list. Sorry, I gotta go grab my water. Oh, this is 25 minutes long. Holy shit. Okay. Beatable grocery list. 8 a.m. tomorrow. I don't know if I want a meal prep or not. What else was I saying? Oh, bring lunch to work. Close enough to work. So that also means I need to buy a lunch pail, lunchbox. So buy a lunchbox. I already kind of have Tupperware and stuff. Yeah, buy a lunchbox and then like explore snacks I like. By snacks, I mean like, oh man. Well, I don't know if that missed anything. I got a 20% low battery thing, so hopefully that's all good. And by explore snacks I like, I mean like different types of like protein milk and like stuff that's affordable and like yogurt and like stuff I can kind of easily pack around and just snack on, because that really adds to the calories if I'm actually doing that. Exercise, I just need to go back. Just show up again. Create a schedule, and again, I could probably just use my old one, to be honest. That's better than nothing. Create a schedule, and then progress tracker. Cool. And then see where it fits in my day. So before, it always kind of had like a designated time slot. So every time I'd finish school, I'd go to the gym. Then track came and that kind of screwed it up, and I had to do it in the morning, and then it kind of really threw me off. But yeah, we got to figure out when it works in the day and like how I can position around like getting to shower directly after it. Again, these will all be tests that I don't do tonight. And I know I'm putting shit off, but like it is almost 3, and this is terrible enough that I'm moving up now. But this is my punishment for ignoring this stuff. Phone addiction. I need to set up all the old what do you even call it? Protections? Maybe? I had. So that means reinstalling the time limit. I don't know if I want to go full grayscale, because that might just make me want to quit and like turn everything off. We'll go grayscale question mark. Maybe I get like color like a couple times a day or something like that. We'll figure that out in a little bit. But yeah, I need time limits back on my stuff. Grayscale. I don't know if I want to. It's rough because I don't want to delete any of my stuff, because I do like being somewhat updated and informed with how the world's working, but you know, it's probably best to not be on there. Or maybe I can like just move it to my computer or something. We'll see. And then one other thing I want to do is reorganize. I'm back on. Reorganize. Home. I can't fit screen on there, but I know what that means. Reorganize my home screen. So basically, just kind of. We'll see if I want to go with the modes again, or if I just want to do like something that's just going to make it impossible to get to the other apps. So like if I put all the apps into one kind of binder, then I have to swipe all the way to the very end to get to those apps that I, really want to use more. So like all my little games and like Instagram and stuff. I just don't have any games. I just play Retro Bowl. I love Retro Bowl. Yeah. And then consistency. We have to make some form of tracker for it. I'm probably gonna, and I work like everything out of Notion now, so it'll probably be on Notion. Great app, again, free, unless you want to pay money for like their AI stuff or something. Notion is such a great app. You should definitely use Notion. If you don't, it connects to like all your devices, and it's basically like a better version of Evernote. And if you know coding, you can like seriously like make it, really personalized. But you can like set up all sorts of blocks and like different. I don't know. It's a cool app. Check it out. Check out some videos on Notion. But yeah, tracker on Notion. What else for consistency? I want to do like maybe daily reviews. And I guess that kind of comes with this is journaling / brain. That really helped me kind of review where I was in my current state. And like where I was like during my progress. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. That's not exactly what I expected to pop out, and it's really messy and kind of gross, but now we have a rough framework for all this stuff. All this is stuff we get to work on tomorrow, because it's really a bad idea to try and do all this right now. But what I'll do after I end this recording is I'm going to take a picture of this and see how many of these I can get done tomorrow at some point. So we have a framework now. So it's like we kind of know what steps we need to do. And this goes back to what I was saying, like just start. You can go back to the beginning of this video, and I didn't even know what we're even doing. It's life plan / schedule / idea board, and it is none of these things at all. I guess goal is write down steps for success. Just kind of, this is like highlighting problem areas that we need to get back to. But yeah, just start. And I think the reason I didn't do this beforehand was because I was kind of scared to go back to what I like, how do I frame this? I was on these things at one point in time, and I think I was scared of that feeling of like falling out of it again, where like I'm not in process anymore. But I think what's important is not just chalking it up and saying that it's it's done deal. Just get back on the horse and go, okay, well, messed up, let's get back to it. So yeah, if you're thinking about something, just try like the smallest little thing. Like I literally just started writing out gibberish on here, and now we have a framework for like a direction we kind of have to move towards, or get to move towards rather. But yeah, I did say that I'd show you what this thing's propped up on. We're sitting in between here, looking down at this on this microphone thing. Yeah, that's my professional studio light that we got. But yeah, if you sat through all 34 minutes of this, thank you. Ooh, turn this around. Yeah, I appreciate you sticking around, and we'll get on these things and make some progress. So wish me luck. Now it's gonna get awkward. We're gonna turn this thing around and turn it off.